Alliance with me. Hey! It's Sonia G with Kels. Welcome to the Moon Babes Monday Night Live. We're going to pin a title. We are here. Yay! So good to see everyone. We're going to talk about all the vibes post-retreat. In the meantime, we'll do the welcome dance. Hi, loves. Welcome. Hi. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Today is Monday.
It happened.
It really happened. We just finished our goddess retreat, rebirth at the LionsGate. So our reality is slightly shifted. And slightly a lot. So we're reorienting, but we knew we were coming in. Love the arrow. Thank you, guys. So we wanted to send some love to the tribe from everything. I would love to hear what the experience of us sharing, because we shared so many stories, right?
Absolutely.
And if you guys have questions or if you have comments about the digital retreat, and we're going to, first of all, that's reopened for registration now because something happened. We didn't get a chance to finish the integration because we had so much that happened. We're going to do the integration. I think it's going to be Sunday the 16th. 16th. Yeah. The day after Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus, before the new moon. We are going to be like in the integration vibes. So we have a new live date where we're all going to be digitally integrating.
Yes. With painting or art, whatever speaks to you that way. So we can...
And glitter.
Yeah, glitter, obviously.
It's going to be fun.
Bring in all the energy. So it's like color therapy, and we're going to work with some like mantras or words that came up during this time period so that you can really integrate that and then keep it and have it as a reminder. Put it somewhere in your home, next to your bed. All the high vibes.
Yes!
It's going to be great. So definitely jump on and join us for that because it's going to be magical.
Lopa is on the digital retreat, and she says it feels like it's been a month since last Monday. We have done that level of work, you guys. Seriously. Yes. Love on the hair. We love Kelsey's hair.
Thank you.
Yes. And yes. Oh, the day before your birthday, Karen. The dragon doula birthed at the goddess retreat, Karen. We love it. Yes, everyone becomes a digitaler. Yeah, so we're all joining digitally to paint and to do the artwork. So it's going to be so fun, and we're all going to come back together. And so we're also making room now that everything is set, and we're finishing up some of the digital things, but everything is available. You guys, for the first time ever, we did the dance at the salt flats. We weaved the light, the elements, the directions, and the light between sunset and moonrise, and it was so magical. And we did it live, and everyone on the digital retreat got to weave in the east. We didn't even realize how this happened, like magically, in terms of like how it worked out. But we had extra chairs in the east, and it just worked out because everyone that was on the digital retreat wanted to see the sunset. And so they're like, can you put us where we can see the sunset? And it was perfect because the east is the marker of everything that's happening with the air and the shift that we're having on the next big energy shift, which is like massive, right? Like world-changing energy shift, which is on the solstice, December 21st, 2020. That's what are they calling it? The Great Conjunction.
Great Conjunction, yeah.
Yeah, with Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting, and it's the day of the solstice. Changing the world, because they're moving into Aquarius. So it's the age of Aquarius. So everyone on the digital retreat, your experience, if you choose to join us, okay, will be weaving the element of air, which I think is so magical, because now everyone that's joining will continue to work with air, which is so important because that's the ushering of the age of Aquarius. So it's amazing.
So
amazing.
And the empty chairs were holding space for all of you. It was
amazing. I don't know that we said this. I feel like we haven't really commented on what happened at all. But we had extra chairs.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how that happened because we counted the chairs, and Kim set up the chairs, and she was like, I set up all the Moon Babes chairs, and we had like 4 or
Yeah.
5 chairs
Yeah.
that were open, and somehow they were all open on the east. And we realized this after, and these are the chairs that represented, and as we started, I felt like the chairs needed to be there. And then I realized as we did the work, those were the chairs representing everyone that was joining us digitally, in addition to where you were with the camera. So it was just magical. Everything is always so perfect. Even like the things that we don't think about. It was
That's
like, it just comes together. Like
The selenite
those
is
details.
also right here, and I can like feel it. It's vibey.
Selenite
here.
wands. Yes. They all like to hang out together after because we weaved all the directions with them. And so there's just so much energy in them. Yes. Hi, Ash. Yes. It's so good to see you. You're still in Utah? Stacia, what? You didn't leave. Best retreat ever. Yes. I love it. It really was amazing. Tell us what's going on. It was so freaking amazing. Yes. Everyone that came literally got their rebirth. It was such an amazing experience. So, what do we want to tell you? We want to talk to you about what's coming up this week. I feel like this kind of got a little crooked. Ta-da. Okay, so we have some big energy shifting. Like, we didn't just go through a portal. We went through a huge portal. We feel very leveled with it, and because we've done the work. But this is the LionsGate portal and everything that happened at the peak of this energy. This was a connection that pushed us. It allowed us to connect back and clear through layers, timelines, and planes of existences. It was amazing. The work that we did was like,
It was so huge.
I don't even think that exists. I don't know that it exists. On that, like that many things all together at the same time in 5 days, like transformation, I don't think it. So we're here. I don't think that exists.
Like, feel like it was my birthday and I gave birth, like to myself. On this, rebirth is a perfect word for it because it absolutely ushered in all of this newness, and I can feel things differently. I'm looking at things differently. Things taste different. I'm like, what's going on today? This is magical. I'm not really sure. None of that stuff serves me, so all I have is this space for greatness.
We're like, we don't understand why people are doing these other things over here
saying?
in the world. What are you even saying? That doesn't exist in our reality. So it was such a dramatic shift for everybody that was here. And during the retreat, one of the biggest things that we did that was a constant every day was holding the frequency, okay? Holding the frequency of where we want to be. So really teaching that in a very practical, like, you can do this everyday way, right? And so it's just everything. You guys saw it on the stories. It was very, very tangible. So it was quite the experience to be able to do that. And we shared so many things on stories. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a little movie out of
Yes.
it. It'll be fun. So it's now reopened and just in time because we're gonna integrate some energy the day after Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus. This is the big event. It's also happening on the Leonid meteor shower on the 15th. So as there's a meteor shower, which everyone at the retreat and the digital retreat got to have the experiences of astral traveling all the way to the cosmic sun and be rebirthed and merged together as a shooting star. And we all became this amazing shooting star together, and we were rebirthed all the way through time and space. It was like the most magical thing, and we were all feeling it. Like it was
tangible. Absolutely.
Like visceral kind of experience. We had crying, we had like laughter,
singing,
we had singing,
coughing.
we had coughing, we had, I mean, it was a literal physical rebirth and recoding through all the portals that were in alignment. And we came through as a shooting star. It was amazing. So, and I didn't even think about that Uranus in retrograde in Taurus is happening on the meteor shower.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh,
I like to feel like
the energy.
Yes, I like to feel like there's probably a correlation with that. Do you want to tell them about what's happening with? We're gonna just put Kels on the spot.
Ooh,
Do you want to tell them about? Do you want to tell them about? This is baptism by fire. She can keep up with me though. This is good. This is good.
I'm ready. What is it?
What is
Bring
it?
it on.
Tell them about the shift that's happening with Uranus and Taurus. I'm going to read some of these.
Yeah, it's the deep energy. So it's like calling for your freedom. This is our revolution. And it happened about like 80 years since this has really shifted. So it's our big push to really step in and hold this frequency because we're calling it all in, and it kind of piggybacks on this LionsGate, and we're reorganizing all of this information that we got to sync up from like Atlantean times so that we don't move past it or let it slip by. This is time to bring it all into us and really absorb it so we can level up, next level, and prepare, because then we're getting into all the shifts throughout the fall and then the conjunction. Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna be so ready. We're gonna start using that next level song.
Yes, next level. That's
Kelsey
where I'm
knows.
at all the time.
I play, okay, and you guys, we use all the music, all the songs. So if you experience the retreat with us or digital or even on stories, you see that we use all the songs.
We've been singing for days now, just like to hold the energy, because it takes you right back there.
It's amazing. So now you know, okay? We use all of the tools. But this was awesome. So, okay, so Stacia said she feels like she's still here. I know, we feel it. It's so weird. This morning the house was so like empty. And then I walked in here and I was like, I feel like everybody was like astral projecting
Still
in
in here. Yeah. I was like, somehow it's so quiet, but I feel them all.
It was amazing. It was, Christine saying it was so great to be a part of it. My biggest takeaway too, and Christine was here on the digital, is to embrace earth life. I haven't done the shooting star meditation yet. I can't wait. But to embrace earth life, that's a big deal. Like, we're here for a reason. And that's like, it's magical to be able to land and realize who we are in this earth experience. And that's the work that we did. So
absolutely. And us being humans, we have so much emotions.
Amazing.
And it's so powerful to mix that cosmic energy with this emotional pull we have, and bringing those things together just shoots us even farther. So it's just the remembrance and the balance between both.
I love all of the comments. Yes, I love all of the comments about how amazing it was. The coolest thing that we did it still blows me away, is that we were able to really come together as a soul family with everyone that was here, and also with the digital world retreat. Do you guys know we had as many people in person here as many people on the digital retreat? It was amazing.
It was perfect.
And it was, we blew out Zoom. This really happened because Zoom had a national outage.
And the map was all of the places all of our moon babes are.
Where you guys were. I was like, wait, look at what happened. So we had to kind of reset that, and we got really creative, and we used Facebook Lives and all sorts of other things. But we came together, and it really felt like we had everyone here, and we felt everyone. That was like our digital family, and it was very interactive, and it really was like having, everyone here. So you will feel like you're a part of the experience if you want to join us. So
Absolutely.
I'm already like, wow, I love you guys. That's amazing. Okay. Can't stop singing, Sade. That's how we know you were on the retreat. So because it's so important to make these things practical. I feel like a lot of people don't make these, like, you kind of have these like events that happen, like you just went to like the convent or like with the monks, right? And then it doesn't translate to like the world that you live in. And obviously my jam is to translate it, right? Like, this is what I do. To hold it, to make it practical, to make it, and it was so amazing to see. We had women and goddesses from all walks of life. It was amazing. All ages, all walks of life, all in different industries, doing different things, doing a different place in their life. And it was amazing. The soul is the soul, and the soul knows when, you're ready for certain things. So it was really amazing. Yes, we had so much dragon energy that was brought, and Karen was singing like with her like dragon, what do we call it?
Chakra, right?
Throat chakra. But it was such an amazing experience. We made sounds together. We chanted together. We spontaneously, things happen. It's such an amazing
sisterhood. It really resonated, the frequency all the way through into the earth, like the singing and the vibration that we created.
I'm
What
gonna
happened?
cry. Look, Angela said, yes, I felt like I was sitting right in the circle right next to Sonia. That is amazing, because you were, because that was the spot, right? So
Yeah.
that's where we put all of you like in the digital, and so you feel like you're right next to me in like the circle. That makes my heart so filled. That's like exactly what I wanted. So that's amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we did all of this work, and we want to share it with those of you that didn't have a chance or needed a little bit longer. We couldn't keep the registration open through it, but now it's open again. Okay, and we are adding to it, and I also am adding an additional meditation that still needs to be finished because it needed to be done in this energy. It needed to be completed after this, which is the Mermaid Atlantis meditation, which was amazing.
That's so
We
good.
also had an experience of it, very deep in the retreat. So it's part of the modules, and everything is now available. So if you guys want to check it out, you can check it out. But the reason why we're doing it is because this month is like a huge shift. It's like revolution. Like Kelsey was telling you, right? It's like, it's a big deal. It hasn't happened in a really long time. We have, and it's beginning. It's not even the beginning because shit has happened like for the past few months.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
like planetary
just
alignment that we
keep
haven't
going.
seen since the 1900s and like stuff like that. So it's like this whole revolution of the world. But specifically, Uranus is the planet that holds that frequency for ascension.
Yes.
So here's the thing. If you get in the right frequencies, you will be able to have the best ride through. And this is it's like so hard to explain because it sounds so weird in a sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you plug into the right frequency, it's going to be like your best. I think it's like a 7-year ride when did I look? I think it's like 2024 when it shifts to 4 time.
But coming through so strong though.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's in the
And
force.
so there's a shift in 2024 and there's a shift in 2030. So like energetically, those are like big leaps. But if we catch, it's always about catching the frequency bus, right? And holding on to the frequency bus, then you can, it's the best way to say it. And if you do that, this can be, because it's Taurus. Taurus is the frequency of money, of the finer things in life. But it's also, I can say it in Italian, cocciuto. That means like super stubborn. Like this. But there's a word in Italian that's like not really rendered in English. Anyways, but it's that energy. It's very stubborn. So if you can get past that stubbornness of the energy of not wanting to shift forward, there's so much prosperity that comes. Like shifting into Uranus, Ascension, Taurus, money. Like you can literally shift there and use it for fucking good things, okay? This planet needs people doing good things with money. So get money working for you, make friends with money, okay? Like this is like one of these things that I've been saying because there's so much good that needs to happen. There's a lot of good that is happening energetically. There's a lot of good that happens with service. There's a lot of good that happens with love. And there's a lot of good that can happen with money. So that we need to also bring that in this phase of ascension. We really need to bring that in. So we're getting it up here. So yes. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. So make sure that you do your work with that. In fact, if you haven't, what did I call it? The lives that we did about the money. Do you remember?
Love and manifesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love and manifesting.
Those are so good.
Mini training.
Yes, there were many trainings. Yes. Was there 2, 3? There's 3 of them. 3.
Yeah. So we did a series of mini training. I did a series of mini trainings that were here at the house, breaking things down, okay, about like rewiring belief systems. We do a lot of work with belief systems for like on the digital retreat. If you guys choose to do it, and you have this stuff forever. But the beginning of it, you can get like a glimpse and a taste of it, right? And you start. So it's free. It's on my YouTube. But start doing this work, okay? It's so important that everyone has this like rewired, that we leave the patterns of childhood behind, because we got a whole other bag of shit to deal with that's called our timelines of Atlantis and like world. We need to deal with world timelines now, right? So we it's time to heal the childhood wounds and our healer's wounds and our Chiron placements and like all that stuff. It's time for that to be done because we got this shit to do, you know? It reminds me of that movie, The Wedding Crashers, when he's like, when he comes down the stairs, he's like, forget mom, we got a whole new bag of shit to deal with. On my therapist. Oh my gosh. Okay. What the moon, I think, is with Uranus tonight. Oh my gosh, maybe that's why we're feeling this like
Seriously.
so strongly.
Today is insane. We were like,
Today
right,
is a
it's time
lot.
to talk about it.
Yeah, so that's why we're like feeling like we need to talk about it. So, but that's the thing. Uranus is the planet that causes you to make shifts that take you through the ascension process, like in acceleration. And we're gonna work with Taurus. So make friends with money, and really start here. Okay, start without making it complicated. Start looking at what it is that your thought process, like how your thought process happens when you look at money. So if you go to the store and you shop, what does your mind say, right? Like when you pick things up, it's like, oh, this is too much. That's got to get rewired, right?
Absolutely.
Choose into something or choose not to get something, but not in a place that's like, oh, I can't afford. Or that's too much or whatever, like places that always make you feel like you're less than. This is like rewiring, right? So you have to train the brain to feel like, okay, maybe not today, but soon I'm going to buy that, right? Or things like that. Like I am so excited for the day that I'm going to be able to put all of these things in my cart or whatever, right? So I totally used to do that. I used to go to Trader Joe's. You guys, it's so funny. I used to go to Trader Joe's because Trader Joe's has expensive snacks, and I love my healthy snacks.
Love the snacks. We do.
So I would go, yeah.
I'm the same way.
I would go and be like, okay, I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna get, you know, when you're like looking at things, and I would start saying, and then you start to worry, because you know you have that thing that you start to worry about, like how much money you put in like your cart, and like, oh, is this gonna be, you know, am I gonna feel guilty for spending the money on like this
Do I
or
really
whatever?
need this?
Do I really need all of
Do I
that?
deserve that? Yes, you do.
So I started doing this. Oh, it's even the screen does that. It's hard to see. I started doing this thing where I was like, I am so excited that one of the next times I come here, I'm just going to put all the things I want in my cart and not worry about it. I'm so excited for it. Like, I'm so excited that I can get this in my cart right now. I'm so excited I can get this in my cart right now. This was a few years ago. I remember the first time, it was like one of those moments. I went to Trader Joe's and I bought whatever the fuck I wanted, and it all went in my cart, and I was like, that feels so good.
So good.
And I spent like, it really wasn't like, you know, whatever, but I just, my soul got everything, and I got double of the things, and I ended up spending like $250 or something like that, or $300, but it felt like so much, and I was like, oh, I have all these snacks.
Yeah, I totally done that for myself.
It was
a process to work through.
Yeah, it was when I lived in the mansion.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can buy, and it was such a huge step. So pick things like that, because I was like, I can buy whatever I want. And then you hold that, and then you hold the frequency, and we do this work in the retreat. We broke it down a lot and explained it, but you just make these steps for yourself to where you can actually like build on your belief systems. That's really important. You can pick little things.
Right, it's staying in the feeling. So whatever it is, you know, if you can pick something simple to start out with first and feel how good that is, you can carry it in through the bigger things. Because that's really the power that's behind it is, wow, that felt so good. I did that for me. What?
Kai, money is my best friend. That's right. Money loves you and you love money, and that's a thing. And life loves you and you love life. We do. We need those belief systems. Like, whoever said that it was any other way, right? Like, we just kind of sort of inherited these belief systems that don't serve us. So we need to just rewire all of that. So we did a lot of that. And we, in the retreat, we did candle magic with it. We did like sound meditation rewiring. We did fire ceremonies we did in
All of it.
every single way
Yes.
that you can reframe, including
Multiple-
astrally.
In one day, we would go through different modalities of doing it. It was,
And then I was like, okay, and we're going back there, and we're going back there. So if that's something that speaks to you, check it out, because yeah, there's a lot. So yes, it's so good. Okay. Anything that fills your heart with delight and joy. That's right. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. So many of you are getting like so good at these things, right? And so many people like left the retreat and were like, I thought about this, and then this happened, and manifesting
already
happened. So
today.
it's so good.
It's been
So
incredible.
good. So good.
People are having miracles immediately.
Yeah. So what else do we want to talk about? I know that there's other things. Do you guys have questions about life and things in general that
What's going on right now?
we can answer? Because
Yeah.
I feel like I know that a lot of people are asking me about like what is happening in the world, and can we talk about what is happening in the world? And the thing is, we're here to create a new one, right? And so our job is to walk into the world, to witness the world and the things that are happening, but to hold a different frequency and so we're here to basically crack a reality open. So the things that we don't like exist over here, but this is not where we live, right? We live over here. Bye. And we are like making this reality so much more tangible, so much more weaved in, right? Weaving in the codes. Like we're making it so real that it takes precedent over this one and bust this one, right? We came to bust through reality. This is what we're doing. This is why you're here on the tribe. This is why we're here, right? And in the meantime, we're doing these like life things, and we get to experience life on planet Earth, which is pretty fucking cool because it really is. And every time I say that, I think of Karen that was saying at the retreat, she's like, I found this girl on Instagram and she says fuck
a lot.
I was like, really? I was in. So when I hear myself say it, it's so funny. I love you guys so much. I met so many soul sisters in the flesh. This retreat, it was amazing.
It was incredible.
So new reality, yes.
We are creating it.
The dance of light, not sure if I did it right. Should I do it again or have faith that I did the work? This is such a good question, Christine.
Great.
So it is up to you. It's such a vibrational like frequency shift. That's a good one to do. For example, like to go back to it and to be able to tap into that frequency. Like what we created with this retreat is like beyond magical. We captured the energy that is ushering the age of Aquarius. Like that's magical. So anytime that you feel like you're hitting, it's almost like, I don't know, 100 Reiki attunements at once.
Right?
Like maybe more. Like it's so huge, right? And so as you do it, if you feel like you need more, you can go back, right? You can go back and do it. So think of it this way. You want to do it on days that you feel like you're ready for it, that you feel like, okay, I'm here. Or if there's something that's happening, like Uranus going retrograde in Taurus, that's a good day to do it, right? Like when we're weaving, when things that are happening, we are and to be fair, right now, this energy is like lasting like until the new moon, probably even like further. But you can weave anytime because you're bringing together heaven and earth. And so it's a function of like trusting your instincts. So if you feel complete, then you know. And if you don't, then trust your instincts to do it again, right? So
and the LionsGate way is still open. Like the 8th is like the middle, the apex of it, So
Yeah.
really, if you're still feeling it right now and you really want to weave it in, it's still an amazing time to do it.
new reality. I love it. Yes. So what's happening in the 12th dimension in terms of downloads? Okay, hang on 1 second. Stay on. I need to see if I can make the screen brighter. There we are. We still kind of can't see. Sometimes that happens. It's so weird. Okay, so what's happening in the 12th dimension? So 12D, how do I say this?
How are these words?
Is becoming so integrated that 12D is becoming the frequency that we actually start our launch pad from. So I have a feeling, just based on everything that we felt, and I haven't had a chance to actually like really meditate or go back. Like we've had so many things to do, like just logistically and to take care of the digital stuff that I haven't had a chance to go and talk to like the crew upstairs, upstairs and the dimensional upstairs, about, you know, everything that's coming and what's going on and the work that we did. But my feeling is that with the solstice, we're going to see a shift to where 12D is where we start from. Like the massive unity consciousness, upgraded cells, upgraded DNA, like upgraded like superpowers. Like it's going to be our new baseline. Like that's it. It's not starting from like 7th dimensional frequencies or 6th dimensional frequencies. Like it's just, we have to go, because we're going to be opening up a whole new level. Which I know sounds crazy because it's almost like it happened really fast. We went from like 5D to like 7, 9, and all of a sudden, boom, 12 was on the planet. And we're like, wait, did we actually like sign up for that part? Like, were we signed up for like for it to be like that fast? Like, could we have done it over incremental time? But it's like, no,
quantum time.
That's not how it happened. So we got it all in, and I mean, 12D. If you really think about it. I just thought of this. 12D has been on the planet, which means I haven't told her yet.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Because she gets to hear it since she's here right now all the time. But 12D hit on, it was 11/11. It was during the gateways at the end of last year. And it was during the 10/10, 11/11, 12/12. And this year, the big shift is going to happen December 21st. So it's almost like we're gonna have 12/21. So it's gonna be right at the end of those gateways where last year we witnessed 12D staying, right? Because we didn't know. We didn't know if it was gonna stay.
I felt it and was like, whoa.
So I wonder what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go and see what happens 10/10, 11/11, and 12/12 this year, because that's going to be, like, I wonder what kind of frequencies, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like a year later, but in quantum time.
Right.
So we'll probably have a whole new, like, reality to jump off of. And that just means that the separation that's actually happening in the physical world is going to get bigger and bigger. And some people will feel like, you know, we really do live and interact in a different world than the majority of the people, because we constantly attract people on that vibration and on that level to interact with. And so it doesn't feel like you're in this other world that is clearing out, right?
Absolutely.
So
I've been feeling it. Even some friends have been feeling it. You know, you go outside and you're like, I feel like there are these people around me, but we don't really live the same life right now. Like, we're passing each other in the grocery store and it's not the same. So it's just kind of going to feel a little bit more distant in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Energetically.
Yeah. It's going to be, we're in for some fun times. Okay, I'm getting a question. Will you make a video dedicated to the walk of, like, to the dance of light? Yeah, we can do that, actually. We can add some instructions. So maybe we'll set a date, and then we'll just do instructions for digital. Because I know it was like, the room was filled with so many people.
Everybody,
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So let's do it. That'll be fun. And that will be like strictly for digital. So yes. Okay. Yes, please and thank you. You're so sweet, Nancy. Yes. And you guys know, like, it's so flexible. Like, with me, it's just, you know, like, I there are so many things that I want to create to help you guys understand. And so if something is needed to clarify something, I'm here. Everything that we do is very interactive. It's not like there's no format. And I was telling Kels, like, what happened on the last day, right? I was or just throughout the things, I was planning on doing our astral travel at the end of the day for the full rebirth. Instead, we got in the morning and we did our grounding, and I was like, I guess this is happening right now, because the Syrian Council shows up and all the beings show up, and they're like,
time.
We're going right now. I was like, oh, okay. I guess our schedule just got shifted a little bit, but we're doing this right now, kids. Everybody get up, right? So when you're doing things in the now, and so other pieces got moved, right? And so this is the thing. When you learn how to do the work, and this is my intention to teach you guys this, exactly this, like it doesn't matter what comes up. You have the skills to do the things that are required, right? Yes. And so as things come up, it's very fluid. Like it's not like, oh, hey, I only really know how to do this and I'm only providing you this because this is all I know, right? I am always in the flow. I'm always at the edge. I'm always like right there, weaving, doing, creating, and we're like in the mix of things. So everything is very alive. So if I can add something and create more clarity, then we will do that.
It's just about asking, you know? Like,
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see where it goes.
So, the two of you absolutely need your own reality show. I love you. Well,
it's happening.
We need to start doing like another night. Live or something. That'll be fun. I know. You guys, I'm so excited. Kelsey is officially like full-time moon babe.
I'm so excited.
So excited.
Yeah, really grateful.
You guys, I was just talking about like Trader Joe's and being able to buy all the snacks I want. I actually hired a full-time babe.
That's me.
It's amazing. Like to be able to do this is where, you know, we talk about rewiring beliefs in money, and she witnessed me going through this because she came here to the retreat and she was like, I feel like I need to move here. And I was like, you're really good at picking these things up that I'm doing. So she's learning. I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to hire you. Like, but that was like it's a real feeling, like with the, oh my God, you know?
Is this really happening?
And I was like, that means I'm committing to like paying you money every month. And I was like, I can stretch to that. I can stretch that. And she watched me like hold it and hold it and shift and make it real.
No pressure, but I want it. So
yeah. She was like, okay, yeah, I feel like you can do that. And so stretching. But look how amazing it is for me to be able to work on my belief system and what I do enough to where now I can actually pay and provide support and stability for an amazing babe, right? For like who can actually now work full-time in this side of the reality of things. How cool is that, right? When we look at money, it's like that's where money is so good. And like I get to change, you know, people's lives in also other ways, not just like in the courses, but by being able to like hire people. So I am stretching to, you know, and then you're doing the thing. So I am doing exactly the things, all the things that I teach you. I am right there with you. I'm doing the work. That's why it feels so real. And you guys are like, this makes so much sense because I'm doing it over here while I'm teaching you guys how to, you know, catch up to everything that I've learned. And so you feel it because it's kind of like, you know, there's like a trail and you're like, yes, I'm running in the energy. I'm running in the energy. I can go faster, right? And it's really, really cool. And I think that's like, I was thinking about it today. I'm an older sister. I have a younger sister and a younger brother. And I've always been used to that, like to having to being able like, okay, let me do this and then let me show you how to do this, right? Because big sister like has to pave the way. And sometimes I so feel that like in, you know, with the tribe and with everybody, it's like, okay, I got you. Let me go test it out. Let me go check out the astral planes. Let me go to the cosmics and see if it's safe. If it's safe, I'll take you. If it's not, I'm going to need to clear it out. Right. And then like, I'm going to teach you how to do this.
Totally.
So it's kind of like that, but it's so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yes, everybody's voting yes on the reality show.
Yay!
Well, everyone feel that, or only those that have really done the work, the shift. So this is what's happening. The people that have done the work are going to feel really good and they're going to feel uplifted. Okay. They're going to feel like, I feel supported by this energy. I feel like I have the skills and the tools, like, you know, I have the right sunglasses to like look at this through type thing. The people that haven't are going to feel like they're just not going to feel good. They're going to start, you know, if you look at the people that did the work during the LionsGate and the people that didn't, a lot of people that didn't do the work were actually like physically sick. There were a lot of migraines. There were a lot of headaches. There were a lot of like really heavy ascension symptoms. But those of us that were here at the retreat, I know some people were like, wait, I feel like this is wanting to come, but as I do the work and as I'm moving through things, then it goes away and it goes away and then it's done, right? And so you just kind of get to up level. And so the thing that's going to happen is that, remember, this part of ascension is very physical. So it's going to be like a physical feeling. So they're going to feel that something is going on, but they're not going to feel that that's what it is, because they're going to be like, they just feel like the pressure of the new high frequency coming in. And so they're going to feel pressurized. That's what it feels like. So they're not going to understand entirely what's happening.
Absolutely. When you're not doing the work, you don't really have all of the words to put it together also. Like, oh, this is what's happening to me. So it's when you gain the knowledge and you take that in that it becomes
You're like,
easier.
oh, these are ascension symptoms.
Right,
I'm not
exactly.
like going to the doctor saying, you're fine, take some antidepressants.
You're fine. No,
Like, don't do that.
don't do that.
Okay. I already feel that way. Yeah, work in 3D becomes more difficult. We're shifting out of all of that. So, yes. Everybody is feeling that. New realities. Okay. Do you have any wisdom to share with people in the early 20s feeling like we are running out of time to integrate? That's a good point. And I feel like we're getting questions about like teenagers. One of the things that makes me so happy is like so many of the women here at the retreat were actually like sharing the knowledge and bringing it home with their kids.
Their kids.
And
Amazing.
the wisdom is make it cool. Like when you're a teenager, really so many like teenagers or early 20s, it's like if you're going to like church doesn't work, right? Like, or any kind of like an establishment that's going to teach you something or some kind of camp, like generally speaking, that stuff doesn't work. But if there's somebody that can take you on an astral travel, like if you were taking drugs, but you're not taking drugs, but you're feeling really cool and you're doing
Energy
the work,
high.
that works, right? So I think we're going to have to start doing like more work, or maybe just intend it energetically to like be open to like, moms and kids. Yeah.
Totally.
To partner up in the astral
And
planes
it's
or
really
something.
like if you have kids and you're bringing it home and you're that excited, which was a lot of the moms that were here,
Yeah.
we saw, like you're living in it and it's so exciting to you that your kids feel that, and it might not click right away, but it's kind of like, oh, well, what are you doing? Or, oh, what is that? So that does translate through really well also.
Yeah. Especially, and if they're girls, crystal crowns generally are pretty cool.
Yes.
Or like
And message
things
me,
that we
I
do.
will make some.
Kelsey
Yes.
will make you a custom crystal crown. But there's ways, right? So find, how they call them like gateway drugs? Instead of gateway drugs, like find the gateway connection that like to get through to them. Like what is important to them and how does it relate to, the things that, find somebody you think is going to resonate with them is what I'm saying. Because there's all sorts of different people that provide healing, right? So maybe astral travel is cool and maybe I'm your person. Or maybe sound healing is cool and maybe that's the way,
or
right?
astrology and reading
Or
the stars,
astrology,
like
like
tells them about their personality. And as soon
tarot,
as,
like-
some of those things connect. They're like, oh, that is like me. Okay, what about more?
Yeah,
I need more. And that's the gateway.
exactly. Well said.
Thanks.
But that's what you do. You just kind of start like, okay, where is the entry, for that? And then we do that. And maybe we'll have to start like some ideas in terms of like what's cool for kids. But I know that a lot of them like end up resonating with the way that, because we talk about things really openly. Like I'm always
Absolutely.
very like,
I think honesty is definitely the best way.
There's no run
to
around
communicate.
here.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that happens. Like kids and teens, like they feel that, right?
Absolutely.
When you're trying to bullshit them, they're like, I'm not buying it. I'm going to go over here and talk to my friends, So, yeah. And also sometimes they need to hear it from somebody else too. So if you find someone that resonates with, that you think that they might, get
Vibe with.
into. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I know when we were here, we had some moms that were taking like videos of what we were doing of the candle magic and like this stuff. And it's like, this is pretty cool. I feel like you would like that.
Right.
We get into it because even though we're older, but like whatever.
Yeah.
We're young
Whatever.
kids.
Quantum.
But also it's very relatable because it's the stuff that's fun that adults just fucking forget that we can still have fun and do cool things and also heal, right? So
We had unicorn horns, dragons, mermaids. I had mermaid pants on most of the days.
It was amazing. It was amazing. We wore like gems on our faces.
Everything, yeah.
It was amazing. Okay. So, people who are still living in 3D feel like backdrop characters to me now. Yes, it's exactly it. They're like who is it? David Wilcock that calls them the background people, right? Yeah, and also Dolores Cannon says that. Yeah, like the background people. There are people that are just kind of there, but they're not making an impact on your life, because you start to realize, like in the movies, there's the extras, right?
That's exactly where I went.
Ding.
Yeah.
Telepathy. So, but that's kind of how it works. And then you create your own reality. And so those pieces and those people go where they need to go. They're unrelated.
Yep.
Yeah. Extras.
Yeah.
So totally
We're
yes.
Stars in our own reality.
We sure are. You are the queens and the kings of your movies.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, everybody's in agreement. Look at that.
Yay.
Dun, dun, dun. It's crazy to think how lucky we are. Yeah, and ahead of the curve. And that's what I was saying today. One of the girls, Karen, that was here at the retreat, she went home and she shared with her little baby girl the crystal crown, and she was, having her do mirror work, which is the stuff that we do at the retreat. And I shared that in my stories, like, how cool is it that we know these things now, and our children will never have to go through that, right? I mean, if they're teens, they probably got things to deal with, but like, if we start teaching them this stuff, now that this 12D is available, like since last year, like a wealth of information has opened to the planet. Like, when we actually can teach them young, they don't have to do all this stuff. And then we do the work, we do the healing, and it goes all the way back.
Especially, the ancestral healing and stuff. So we're already clearing all of that so that they don't have to come through and clear, because it's gone. We've done it. What's
oh my gosh. Kim is saying, I know it's hard to see, so I have to get really close. Kim is saying, seriously, earlier I was thinking Danny could produce a show. I love you guys so hard. I don't know if we have space for that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have to make space. Maybe the show is coming. Maybe it could be a new belief says this is how it happens. This is how it's like, okay.
Especially from Kim. She's always dropping the seeds.
She is. It's like you guys say things and I'm like, okay, is this something that can serve, right? Would it serve for us to have some kind of a show? Is it needed for people to maybe have like more channels to like be able to listen to these things in like some different ways? And so then you kind of start to look at it and be like, okay, maybe we do want to make maybe we do want to make space for that. I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. So you guys, thanks for suggesting it. Okay. Stacia's saying so happy for you, Kelsey. This is about you coming on full time.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you. I love this whole event. Yay! So fun to have you all digitally. Amazing. So many people are cheering you on.
Yay! Thank you. I'm so excited.
You guys. Oh my gosh.
It's all happening.
Seriously, 3 years ago, all those of you that are starting businesses too, and oh my gosh, by the way, tomorrow we are live.
Oh yeah.
For module 8.
8.
I think it's 8. I don't know what module it is, but we are live for a Q&A for Goddess on Mission. So those of you that are starting, and that has to do with like those of you starting businesses, right? This started 3 years ago because I knew that I could not function in the 3D world anymore, and it was done, right? It was done. And I was ready to give birth to what my soul came here to do. Man, it required courage. I'm gonna have to get the people that I learned. You guys, it was so bad. I don't even know if I ever told this story.
Ooh.
It's coming out.
I'm ready. Get ready, guys.
I'm gonna have to get Mike on and see if he'll share it. So I seriously was like, it got really to the bottom for me. Like it was so bad. I lost my house, my husband, my job, and it was my birthday. Okay. And it literally all happened within a week. It was like, oh my God, like it didn't happen in that sequence. It happened in the sequence of my client. I had one client that was like, I was doing the Jerry Maguire thing. And I had one client that was like, I was doing consulting, like business consulting for, that was kind of like, I was trying to figure out what I was doing in my life. It was like that in-between stage. And it was like, hey, I'm so sorry. My partner hired a team to do your work. So basically as of next week, as of the beginning of the month, like I can't have you on anymore. And I was like, okay. And then my ex and I had talked, and it was like, okay, basically it's done. And then I was like, well, so then I have to move out. So then, because I was going to leave the house because we had a stepdaughter. I had a stepdaughter. He has a daughter. And I wanted her to have the house. And so basically I was like, okay, I lost my job. I lost the man. I lost the house. I was like, what are we doing? Like, what would you like from me right now? Like, what is happening? And it was my birthday. So I was like, okay, I'm choosing to see this in a different way. But it was kind of like that moment where you're just like, okay, I don't have the money. I don't have the house. I don't have support system. Like, what the fuck is happening? And so I knew that I had to do something different. And Moon Babes was born, okay? It was born at Brio at lunch. It was like a whole like experience where it was happening before that. It happened in June that I had the idea, and then I was kind of tinkering with it. And then by the time it was my birthday, so this was August, the universe was like, why are you tinkering with it? Like, you actually got to do something. So everything dropped, and I found myself like without anything, like nothing, completely starting over. And I was like, holy shit, here we are. And it took every ounce of my courage, and I called and I like asked for inspiration and divine guidance. And I was like, how do I start a business when I already have debt from like my marriage and like all these other things, and trying to figure out what the fuck I was doing? I was like, how do I do that? Right? And so I literally asked 2 people if they would invest in what I was doing. And I actually said, I don't know what I'm going to do with your money, but would you just think about it? If you have some extra that you want to do something, to support me, because I feel like I have something good. And it was the craziest fucking thing I've ever done. And it happened, okay? Because I knew that somehow the money had to come to me, but I didn't know how. But I had to get like very uncomfortable, and I asked, and 2 people helped me that way. And they said, we don't ever want our money back. Go and do good with the world, okay? And it was, and that was Mike. Yeah. Oh, so awesome. I'll have to see if I'll, and he's a good friend, and I'll have to see if he'll come on and share. But it was amazing. And it gave me the courage that I needed to actually be able to say, okay, I'm going to get a new place, and I'm really going to do this, and I'm going to start this. And the Sacred Chakras Journey was born, and things were born. And I actually went for it, like full blown. And then this happened. And 3 years later, here we are. And I hired Kelsey, right? Like 3 years later. And you guys know that Carrie has been also helping me for over a year. Yeah. And she's been helping part-time. So that was already a big deal to have like someone help me part-time. And then now Kelsey's coming on full-time because she's in a position where she can do that. And it's just amazing. And we're doing amazing, magical things, right? So those of you that are shifting businesses right now, that are creating businesses, which is the thing that I teach you to do in Goddess on Mission, that's why we're talking about Goddess on Mission. It's like, have the courage to do the shit that feels uncomfortable, right? Because as we stretch, this is how we create the things that are great. Like, and you don't have to lose everything like I did. You don't have to go like where I went, right? You can just say, okay, this is where I'm starting. This is where I'm going to go. But I'm just saying it's possible. And sometimes you do need that contrast where it's like you hit the bottom and then you're like, okay, I don't want to be here.
Yeah. I mean, that happened for me, and I went through Goddess on Mission, and it was at a really hard time, and I was really trying to up-level and make space. And that was a big thing for me, is that it gave me the tools to clear and to really create the open space for all the magic to come in. And so I was like, I don't know exactly how it's going to get filled, but I know that this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to make room for it. And maybe I don't have all the details, but that's okay, because now I have this room, and it's time to manifest. And here I am. Like,
she's the only one that did Goddess on Mission. Instead of manifesting a business, she manifested the job with me. She was like, this is how it happens. That's amazing.
It felt right.
That's so funny how that works out. But yes, she was in Goddess on Mission last year. Look where she's at right now, manifesting things. So amazing. So much love. Yes, amen. Amen. Real life. You guys, I love you. Okay. There's a meteor shower tonight. We need to go outside and look at the stars. Yes. Okay. Also, Kelsey has requested to have belly dancing thing. So you guys, now that we're going to be working together, there's going to be a whole new realm of things. So we will include belly
Yes.
dancing as part of like movements and things like that. So we will have many fun new
Yes.
things coming.
I really want sacred movement to get introduced
That'll be
into our lives. So I'm so grateful that you all enjoyed it because it
Yes.
was really, really fun.
That
and
was
I'm
part of
happy.
our digital
Yeah,
retreat.
Yeah, digital retreat. It was amazing. We had a little belly dance class, shake,
That was so
move it
fun.
around, and like clear the energy within your body. Because again, this upgrade is so physical that you really want to move it around and being in rhythm and connected to your body so you can move this energy, do the work, do the astral travel, and really integrate it and feel it through, and then move around when stuff is stuck. Like you really need to shed that also. And so working with that and being able to have the confidence, and you can do it as mirror work, it can just be for you to feel good, and really get back into alignment all the time, every time you need it. So I'm excited.
She is excited. Do you know this whole thing started by me saying, she was like, I feel like I have to be there. And I was like, okay, well, do you want to help me with the food? And maybe you can teach some belly dancing. That's how this started. And she's like, yes, I have the time. I can come help you. I want to be at the retreat. And then here we are. But it started with belly dancing.
Yep.
And that's how
Not the
she
shimmy.
manifested this whole thing. That's amazing. Amazing. Oh, I feel so real. They're saying so many amazing things. It feels so
Thank
real.
you.
You definitely are the queen and mom archetype. Oh, this is about the stuff that we were talking before. I know, I have
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I do. I feel like I give birth to things that way that are just like not physical babies, but they're like spiritual babies. So I am floating and so grounded all at the same time. Yes, Jamie, I love it. I love it.
so
Yes,
good.
more classes. Oh my gosh. Catching 12D vibe, listening to you both. Amazing. And that's so true. Like when you know, just staying in the energy. Sometimes I tell people like,
Yeah.
when we can share from these high vibrational places and you can like tap into that, it automatically just raises your frequency, just being in the vibe, right? So,
Absolutely.
okay, so we're kind of catching up. I feel like I am
Yay.
missing a lot of things that were said, but they're talking about like 14-year-olds. My 14-year-old loves watching your videos with me. Oh, amazing. She has been channeling light language for the last 2 years and is inspired to help others connect. This is amazing. We need to start doing something for teens.
Yeah.
Maybe now we can
Definitely.
like have a little more space to do that. That'd be amazing. So super cool. Yes. Okay. When I cleanse my crystals and bless my food and drink, my 2-year-old will do it with me. Oh, that's so cute. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, so much love. Show me the money. Oh, yeah, they were talking about the Jerry
Yes.
Maguire thing.
Show me the
Seriously, you guys, I had that. I will have to tell that story because there's a pretty interesting story to it. With like, that was real life. That was real. One day, I'm going to tell that story on some cool TV channel that does like 12D shit.
There you go.
Yes.
Feels real.
It gets real.
Yes.
We're manifesting that. Okay. Loving the energy between you guys. Yay, I know, we vibe. It's like
Totally
she's my
vibe.
soul sister. Totally remember you at the mansion with Rincon, the doggy. Oh my gosh, Jamie remembers Rincon the dog. Yes. So you guys, that's what happened after one day I needed to just like tell the story of my life and the crazy ass things that I manifested. But like that's what happened. So after I was getting a divorce, I was like, okay, not in a position to get a place, right? And I'm starting a business and all that. And so I worked the magic of the things that I teach you guys about holding the frequency, and I taught in depth here at the retreat. But I held the frequency, and I wanted something that for a lot of people seems pretty impossible. I wanted to live in luxury, and I wanted to do it for free. And I manifested that. It was
did.
amazing. It was amazing.
I was there.
And
I mean, I saw it.
Yeah. Last year at the retreat, when I did the retreat last year, that's where I was living, and I manifested that. And it was like, it's insane. Like, why would anybody ever feel like they could live in a luxury place, like, you know, a mansion for free without paying rent? But I believed that I could have it because I needed to be in a place of healing in order to birth this work. And that's exactly what happened. And I was super supported in it. And so it's all beliefs and holding the frequency. So Yes. Oh my gosh. Do you always teach yoga and do Reiki? So I haven't taught Kundalini for since I moved here in this new earth home. So I teach it like online. I have it as part of the just part of the programs and the things I do, and also on the YouTube. And then I Reiki. So it's kind of like Reiki is a part of everything that I do. It's not that I teach it. I don't actually certify people. I don't certify people in anything because I feel like it's not necessary. If you're going to fly, fucking fly. Like there's a lot of things that I think we're kind of getting to this place where we all know. If you're drawn to working with, like I have 1 million certifications, but I don't use them in terms of, maybe not 1 million, maybe like, I don't know, 10 or something.
Right.
But still.
Like a little collection.
We have a collection. I learn things, but there's a lot of things that I learn